I've long felt and continue to feel that the kids in the inner cities have been shortchanged in our society in the sense that many of them come from broken homes and they don't have much in the way of role models. Many of them don't have two parents at home, and consequently a lot of them don't really get an education, and it's absolutely critical in the world we live in today that people get at least a rudimentary education, and they got a chance at a life that would give them the same advantages that most of the rest of us have been so fortunate to receive.
The most impressive thing about the site visits was the interaction between the mentors and the children. It was absolutely remarkable how they responded to these mentors. How they came into the classroom closed up, they left open to each other and to their mentor, and I thought it was a very positive experience. I've witnessed this on about 7 occasions, and every time I see it, I just shake my head and say, why don't we do this more? When you can take a graduation rate which averages around 56% for Denver Public Schools and boost it to around 90% as UpLift does, and then have these kids go on to post-secondary learning experiences, and then when you consider that it costs society about $2 million per high school dropout, that's a win-win situation. It's a win for the kids, and it's a win for society.
I've had the opportunity to be around the UpLift staff over the last couple of years, and they're a dedicated bunch of people that want to make a difference, want to see a change in how we're affecting urban youth in Denver. And they are making that change, and their commitment is heartening to all of us. You know, one of the results you can point to is that 50% of the mayor's youth awards that are giving out every year for kids that have to overcome significant obstacles in their lives are given to Colorado UpLift kids. It's a significant, terrific, great program that pays great dividends. So it's a model that works, and it's working in Denver, and we need to grow it in Denver.
The thing that I believe makes it successful is the fact that you've got these high school kids giving back to the younger kids to where it's much more of a community effort. The little kids in the neighborhood see the high school kids that are working with them. The high school kids see the younger kids also in the neighborhoods. The high school kids don't want to mess up when the little kids are looking because they feel an accountability for what they're doing. It involves everybody. Everybody is developing much more of a caring for one another culture, and as a result of all of that, the neighborhood changes.
As an international executive who sees workers around the globe, I know what it's going to take to be a competitive U.S. contributor to the economy. Education is part of it. The relationship building is critical. The life skills, the 7 habits of highly effective teens really struck me. To take the Stephen Covey work, which I had seen on the corporate side, translate that to inner city at-risk kids was amazing to me. And it wasn't pablum. These kids really, really embraced the concepts, better than I did, frankly, as a corporate person. They did a terrific job. They were living it. And of course, academics, important, but it was the softer side. It was the relationship side, which frankly, I think is going to be critical for the workforce in the 21st century.
The site visit for Colorado UpLift, I saw kids that were motivated. These kids were attending these classes because they wanted to make a better life for themselves. These children were often from homes that were single parent, from various socioeconomic situations. Some came from some pretty tough environments. But the thing they had in common is they wanted to find a new way of life, a new leadership. They wanted to better themselves. This is probably the most effective way I've seen to invest in the future of the country and to the many of kids that need help and need direction. I don't know of any other program that provides that degree of opportunity.
I'm doing this because I believe that he who's been given much, much will be asked. And I've been given a lot in my life, and there's a lot of people that have not been. And I believe it's my responsibility, our collective responsibilities, to take what we have and spread it around and make sure others that don't have ultimately have a chance in life. And so my involvement in UpLift is sort of two ways. One way is I hope that we're helping and I believe that we're helping other students, kids have something that they wouldn't have. But I'll be honest with you, I get a huge benefit in my heart. And that's all that counts from my perspective, is that I feel better about myself as well.
My continued involvement really goes to the economic side. Colorado UpLift reaches so many kids at a reasonable dollar value, and there is ample opportunity to expand this program to reach more of these at-risk kids. I, as well as many of my peers, have been so lucky in life, and I just believe that we need to give back to society, and we need to make sure that these kids that are disadvantaged get the same opportunities. We have to be involved. We have to be involved with these kind of programs, because if we have kids that are failing, then the costs to society are huge. But beyond that, on the positive side, it's what a difference we can make in these kids' lives just by giving them opportunity.